Power is in the forest, hunting animals and drinking their blood. Despite her gruesome actions, she began spending more time with Meowie, and the feline started to grow on her. However, when the Bat Devil captured Meowie and demanded a human in exchange, Power didn't hesitate. She headed towards the city, all while questioning why she was doing it. Power realized that her motivation for saving Meowie was foolish. After all, she had always loved drinking blood. But as she made her way towards the city, she had a newfound realization. Blood was warm and it felt pleasant. For the first time, she began to see value in the life of another creature. Power wakes up, disoriented and confused. She realizes that she's being held by Denji, with the Bat Devil's intestines surrounding them. Meowie is safe and sound, resting on her lap. Power wonders why Denji saved her, considering that she had tried to kill him before. Denji reveals his reason, by pointing at her chest and saying that he wants to touch her. Power's expression turns to disbelief, thinking it's a foolish reason. Feeling remorse for deceiving Denji, Power apologizes for her actions. She tells him that she's willing to let him touch her, now that Meowie is safe. Denji's eyes light up, and he raises his arm in excitement. But at that moment, Denji's arm is suddenly blown off. Power, unable to move, tells Denji to take Meowie and run. As Denji tries to activate his chainsaw, he realizes that he is low on blood and only a small chainsaw comes out. The Leech Devil accuses Denji of killing her comrade, the Bat Devil. Despite finding Denji cute and her type, the devil intends to kill Power and Meowie. Denji decides to fight back, but the Leech Devil warns him that he will die with them if he does. As they engage in a battle, Denji attempts to dodge her attacks while the Leech Devil mocks his fighting skills. Denji manages to land a punch on the Leech Devil, but she pushes him back, questioning his ability to defeat the Bat Devil. She reveals their dream of eradicating all humans, calling it noble and romantic. Denji, however, refuses to die before he can cop a feel. This revelation disgusts the Leech Devil, who finds his dream to be foolish. Denji charges at the Leech Devil, wielding the small chainsaw on his head, and manages to slice her neck. In a fit of rage, he starts ranting about how people always mock his dreams and belittle them in comparison to their own. He challenges the Leech Devil to a dream battle, stating that if he defeats her, it would prove that his dream was stronger than hers. However, the Leech Devil scoffs at his challenge, mocking him for his weak demeanor. Denji continues his attack, avoiding the Leech Devil's retaliatory strikes, and grabs hold of her intestines, using them to restrain her. The fight grows increasingly wild as they exchange fierce blows, and Denji starts acting more and more erratically. In a final desperate attempt to win, Denji leaps at the Leech Devil, only to be impaled by her tongue and defeated. As the Leech Devil prepares to feast on Denji, Aki arrives on the scene, using Kon to summon the Fox Devil. The Fox Devil swiftly dispatches the Leech Devil, biting off her head and saving Denji's life. After the Fox Devil finishes off the Leech Devil, it asks Aki for permission to consume the remains of the defeated devil. Aki consents, and the Fox Devil consumes the Leech Devil's body, leaving no trace behind. With the threat neutralized, Aki confirms the successful extermination of the Leech Devil and orders the other novice devil hunters who accompanied him to begin searching for any survivors or potential victims. Turning to Himeno, a senior devil hunter, he asks her to keep watch for any signs of additional devil activity. Denji wakes up in the hospital room, groggy and confused. Aki, his fellow devil hunter, informs him that his arm has been reattached with a blood infusion. Denji is relieved but puzzled. Aki reveals that he had made a contract with the Fox Devil, offering a bit of his skin in exchange for its power. Denji notices that Aki seems quite friendly with the Fox Devil, but Aki explains that it's just part of the job. Devil hunters often form contracts with devils to combat them. Aki warns Denji that devils and fiends have a strong desire to kill humans, and that Power, the devil who attacked him, is no different. Denji shows interest in Power, and Aki recounts their recent investigation. They had followed surveillance cameras that led them to a house where the Bat Devil was known to reside. There, they found large amounts of Denji's blood, indicating that Power had attacked him. Aki assumes that Power was trying to kill Denji, but he still doesn't know why Denji is protecting her. Denji plays dumb and denies knowing anything about the incident. Aki warns him that if he keeps digging, he'll have to write a report that will lead to Power's disposal, along with Denji's own punishment for covering up the incident. However, Aki offers to forget the incident if Denji agrees to his one condition. Since there were no fatalities from the incident, Aki asks Denji to listen to him and promise to continue with his current lifestyle. Denji agrees and takes a slice of the apple that Aki had been cutting. He admits that he may not have a big dream or be as serious as Aki, but he can count on him. Power and Himeno are waiting outside Denji's hospital room when Aki exits. Power confronts Aki, accusing him of not confirming her innocence with Denji. Himeno reminds Power that if she is released and kills someone, Aki will be held responsible. Aki then releases Power, explaining that devil hunters use devils and fiends against their enemies, and if they are useful, they will employ them. In the evening, Aki visits Makima at headquarters to report on the recent activities of Denji and Power. During their patrol, the duo ventured beyond their designated zone and stumbled upon a suspicious house believed to harbor a devil. Denji successfully eliminated the Bat Devil, but the Leech Devil managed to attack him before being exterminated by Division 4. Aki notes that no gun flesh was found on either of the devils. Makima thanks Aki for the detailed report but comments on the fact that Denji and Power managed to venture far beyond their assigned area without attracting attention. Aki defends their actions by stating that no casualties were incurred, and the team was successful in eliminating 2 dangerous devils. Makima accepts Aki's explanation but notes that he appears to be more flexible in his thinking now. She speculates that Denji's influence may have played a role, but Aki denies this, insisting that he remains unchanged. As the sun rises, Aki begins his day by washing up before heading to his balcony with a cup of coffee. Meanwhile, Denji wakes up and heads to the bathroom before joining Aki for breakfast. As Denji eats, Aki multitasks by doing some light house chores and starts preparing a curry for lunch. Suddenly, the peaceful morning is interrupted by a violent knocking on their door. Aki and Denji rush to see what the commotion is about and find Power breaking down their door. Power remarks on the pitiful state of their place and barges in without permission. A few moments later, Aki receives a call from Makima, who informs him that she wants him to take care of Power just like he does with Denji. Aki expresses concern about this new responsibility, but Makima assures him that Power has promised to behave. As lunchtime arrives, the trio gathers around the table to eat. However, Power quickly becomes displeased upon seeing vegetables on her plate and throws them away, stating her distaste for them. Aki and Denji reprimand her for her behavior, reminding her not to waste food, but Power remains indifferent to their criticism. To make matters worse, Power proceeds to clog the toilet by refusing to flush after each use and insisting on bathing infrequently. As Aki and Denji voice their frustration, Power dismisses their concerns as absurd and overly delicate. Denji is struggling to unclog the toilet when Power suddenly appears. She gestured towards her chest and indicated that she wanted him to touch her. At first, Denji was taken aback, but she explained that she was simply fulfilling a promise and that he could touch her if he wanted to. Power then sat on the toilet and gave Denji permission to squeeze her chest 3 times. She explained that each squeeze was for something he had done for her, saving Meowie, killing Bat Devil, and protecting her from Aki. Initially hesitant, Power had a change of heart and decided to allow Denji to touch her. Excited by this opportunity, Denji is overjoyed, and thinks of Power as an angel. And with that, we conclude this episode.